Do not believe everything you read. Haven't we heard that all many, many times before? Do not believe everything you read. And in this case, what we're showing on the screen here, which we reported yesterday, has been denied. I'll go through the entire story from start to finish. Original OC with you here on the Original OC channel. It's the 9th of September, 2025. Breaking news this morning from Audemars Piguet. And we will get to all of the live exclusive coverage on today's program. If you're just joining us, this is the Original OC channel, Smartwatch Talk for the Smart Collector, the #1 live stream on YouTube in subscriber engagement, ranked #1 globally in the category of watches. So subscribe now and make sure you enable notifications. We do live shows on this channel. We don't do videos. We don't do product reviews. We don't do any of that stuff. We cover the industry. We cover the watch hobby, watch collecting strategy, and the industry. And we do it with live broadcasts with the best audience and the best panels in the business. Let's see who we have in the chat, and then we will get to today's breaking news. Don't believe everything you read, guys. Do not believe everything that you read. I'll tell you the whole story about how AP reached out to me in the middle of the night last night. True story. AP did reach out to me, and I will share all the details. If you want to join me on the panel, the link is pinned, and the pin is linked. Click on that thing that says join the panel, StreamYard.com, whatever. Make sure you have your camera and your microphone enabled. You don't have to have your camera on, but you do have to have a camera enabled. Let's see what we got in the chat this morning. It is 11 a.m. on the East Coast. It's late afternoon in Europe and in Geneva, where things continue to happen. The drama continues. We have SE in Germany first in the chat. SE is a member of the Original OC channel. Thank you very much. Vimal, who's also a member, says, well, that was embarrassing. Good thing the journeyman didn't come on last night and unload. We had a very good live stream yesterday. Excellent live show with CQ the Watch Guy. Check him out at cqthewatchguy.com. We had Buckley on the panel, Diego, we had ZD. Very, very good panel. We discussed the issue in depth. But today we have a much different topic to discuss because AP reached out to me last night and and I want to share all the details of what they communicated. Coming up as soon as we get a few more people trickling in. Thank you, Vimal, for being here. Logan Hall's Grill Streams is here. He's also a member. Check him out at Logan Hall's Grill Streams on YouTube. Andy Lewis, look, it's all members, guys. To become a member, there's a membership link somewhere in the chat. Memberships start as low as $300 a month for the best content. Howdy, y'all. What's up, Andy? I guess the 6.5-inch wristed guys need to apologize to their sales associates and ask to be placed back on the list for the 43 millimeter Royal Oak Offshore. Dang. Yep. Mea culpa. Got D Wood in the chat. What's up, D Wood? We're back. Drat, he says. Drat, we're back on the journey to nowhere. Good to have you here, D Wood. MD Chaz is in the chat. MD Chaz is a member of the Original OC channel. If we can't trust a fine publication like Miss Tweed, who can we trust? Yeah, who can we trust? You know, I thought we should believe everything that we see on social media. And by the way, Miss Tweed, who is the original source, who is a kind of an industry insider, in Geneva or Paris or wherever she's from, she's doubling down. She's doubling down on the story, and we'll get to that a little bit later. She's actually she has issued a response to AP's denial, and her response is not an apology. She's not apologizing. Wait till you hear what she says about the whole issue. Don't go anywhere because the drama continues. It's a little bit of, I think it's a little chaotic, but I will read to you the statement that AP sent to me. I will read to you Miss Tweed's response to AP's statement. I'll cover everything. I'll talk about everything, soup to nuts, how this whole thing went down. But it's amazing how this story spread like wildfire after our live stream yesterday. I got a lot of notes from industry people, a lot of comments from people, text messages from people in Asia who were already communicating with AP and asking them to clarify. So thank you to everybody who sent me messages on Instagram, email, text messages with updates on everything that was going on. Appreciate it. SE says, it wouldn't be AP if they had let her go. It's just a perfect match. I don't know if SE's being sarcastic or if he's just taking a jab at them. SE's a well-known Patek Philippe enthusiast and not the biggest fan of Audemars Piguet. Speaking of AP, by the way, AP dropped this yesterday. AP dropped what appears to be a new reference. It's true. This is reference 77605 CB. CB is their moniker for something that's not steel. You see ST, you know it's steel, but this is CB. This is white ceramic. This is a Royal Oak Offshore in white ceramic in 37 millimeter size. They just dropped this. $48,900 US list price. And I'm going to talk about this new reference shortly. Tell me what you think about this. Brand new from AP, brand new 37 millimeter Royal Oak Offshore in white ceramic. Got Dingo Dave in the chat. What's up, Dingo Dave? Got Tan, who's a member. Hello, everybody. What's up, Tan? Got CN. OC the boss, no more Pikachu edition Royal Oak. What does that mean? No more Pikachu edition Royal Oak. Is that gone? Let me know in the chat which one, to which reference you are referring. Sounds like AP's new strategy is delay, deny, and depose. Listen, there's no evidence of any legal repercussions as a result of the interesting communications that have come out over the last 24 hours. But we will be covering everything that happened over the last 24 hours as soon as we get a few more people trickling in. Delay, deny, and depose. No, I don't know. I mean, according to some, they're doubling down. They're doubling down and saying that AP is delaying, denying, and distracting in a way that they think that they still have the story right, and that AP is doing damage control. Now, I don't know what you guys think about that. I'm not one for conspiracy theories, but we'll cover both sides. We'll cover both sides here. This scandal, says MD Chaz, will hurt men's jewelry journalism for some time. Is there really any credible watch journalism? I mean, really? You have the corporate media who are in the pockets of these brands, and then you have awful social media influencers that are going on these junkets and trips and getting free gifts and who knows, free watches. And then you have independent watch media like us that tries to hold all of these disparate channels and platforms accountable for their actions. Hey, dear Artifacts in the chat, member of the OC channel. The question now is, says Dear Artifact, has the rumor caused enough damage to cause her eventual exit anyway? Things like this can cause momentum in a certain direction. Yeah, that's an interesting observation, Dear Artifact. Maybe the fact that this is now out in the open will foster an internal conversation like, hey, maybe we do want to look for a new CEO. I don't know, but I doubt it. I don't know. Vamal says she gone. Oh, this is the conspiracy theory here. She's gone, but the board doesn't want to release the information until they have a new CEO to announce. Wow. Well, I'm going to be reading the official statement from AP's board of directors. Here's what happened. So we did a live stream yesterday. CQ was on, Buckley was on. There were a couple of news sources out there. I don't know if you want to call them news sources, but there were a couple of sources on social media. Miss Tweed was one of them. And professionalwatches.com picked up on it, I'm assuming. Here's what I didn't report things out of thin air, okay? I didn't make anything up. As you can see here, this is from professionalwatches.com. Audemars Piguet CEO Ilaria Resta is leaving the company, and they cite Miss Tweed as the source. According to Miss Tweed, Audemars Piguet CEO Ilaria Resta is exiting the company after only 2 years. And so it's kind of a non-detailed article, just basically saying that according to some social media post, AP's CEO is leaving. Now, so we reported, based on those two sources, we reported right after we got off the air, and he's actually, even while I was on the air, I was getting text messages from people, but after we went off the air, my understanding is that AP convened, I'm not sure if they convened a meeting or if they basically decided that they needed to respond to our live show, which was yesterday in the afternoon. And they determined that the appropriate internal resource to make a statement was their board of directors. And so they crafted a statement on behalf of the board of directors. And about 1 a.m. this morning, I received a formal communication from AP. As a result of, it was an email address that's associated with my live stream that YouTube associates with the channel, I believe. AP did reach out to me. They were very gracious. They told me that they had issued a statement, that AP had issued an official statement, and that statement came from their board of directors. They included the statement in the message to me. They never at any time asked me to retract the story. They never asked me to pull the live stream. They never insinuated that I should do a retraction. They never did any of those things. There was extremely professional communication. All they did was say that they were aware that our live show had aired and that it contained information about AP and their CEO, Ilaria Resta. And they included in the email a response. That was 1 a.m. this morning. I was up at 1 a.m. So when I received the email, I did read it. I read the statement from the board of directors, and I responded back to the corporate team at AP, and I asked them if it was okay if I published the statement from AP's board of directors, and they did give me approval. They said, go ahead and do that. That's fine with us. And I will now share that statement with you. I copied it from the email and I pasted it into a document. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Let's see, pull up let's remove this first of all. Remove that, just me on the screen. And let's see what to do here. And let's present, share screen, window, boom. Okay, boom. Let's share. Oh, I'm sharing it already. So here is the message that I received, a statement made by AP's board of directors, and here it goes. Dear valued stakeholders, we are aware of recent rumors regarding the departure of our chief executive officer and want to state that these claims are unfounded. Unfounded. So the statement doesn't say they're false, doesn't say they're inaccurate. The statement specifically uses the term unfounded. Audemars Piguet is proud to have Ilaria as its CEO. Since assuming this role, Ilaria has made a profoundly positive impact on the organization and the business, bringing renewed energy, strategic vision, and a steadfast commitment to innovation and excellence. She remains fully dedicated to leading Audemars Piguet into its next phase of growth, strengthening our culture, expanding our global presence, and driving the continued success of the brand. And it is signed collectively the board of directors, Audemars Piguet. So that's the communication that I received at 1 a.m. this morning. I did tell AP Corporate that I would be doing another live show and that I would be including the statement as part of the presentation. And they were totally fine with that. I don't know. Now, we can dissect why the board of directors chose to act so quickly and why, of all people internally within AP, they made a decision that the statement should come from the board of directors as opposed to a head of communications or a head of PR or CMO, chief marketing officer, or somebody like that. Obviously, it wouldn't make sense for the statement to come from Ilaria itself since she was the subject of some of the rumors. But I think they made the decision that the statement should come collectively from the board of directors. And listen, we can parse it all we want, but and maybe we should parse it a little bit and analyze it. If you want to jump on the stream, the link is pinned and the pin is linked if you want to dissect this statement with me. And by the way, Miss Tweed, who's the original source, what I thought was fascinating, by the way, was when I received the communication from AP that they were issuing a statement on behalf of the board of directors, this statement they sent out to all the corporate media. So it wasn't just something that they did for me. They sent this to all the corporate media, like Monochrome, Watch Pro, Revolution, SJX. I'm assuming all the mainstream media who cover the watch industry. And they probably sent it to social media influencers too. But I thought it was interesting that they had such a rapid and powerful response to something that was percolating on social media. Let's see. I want to get back to the chat and see who we have here. It's customary for me to kind of always greet people who are in the chat. We've got Dingo Dave from Australia in the chat. We've got Double Crown, member of the OC channel. Hello, people. Cheers. We've got Health Chasers. I'm not familiar with Health Chasers. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the chat. Thank you for subscribing. They need Francois Benihana on speed dial. Yeah, Francois Henri Benihana. I have mixed feelings about bringing him back. I think he departed the company for a reason. I'm not going to talk about what those reasons are, but I don't think they would ever go back to having him be a formal part of the company. Read into that as you wish. C3D now. Good morning from Chicago. What's up, C3D? Become a member of C3D. Come on, you can pony up, guys. Pony up to $4.99 a month or whatever it is. I may raise prices. Listen, the tariffs are having an incredible effect on the costs of running this channel. The exchange rate situation is not good, and the cost of gold is through the roof. Guys, I'm going to have to raise prices. So buy your memberships now while the prices are still cheap. Again, you listen, the tariffs are impacting the cost of business here. Buckley is in the chat, member of the OC channel. AP, flash in the pan. Flash in the pan. We got Cloud Ken in the chat. Cloud Ken always spices up the chat. It's good to have him here. Buckley answering Cloud Ken in the chat. I got a call for the Bruce Wayne and the Panda within a 30-day period. Try and keep up, bitch. Oh, I love it. I love one of the things that makes this channel one of the best is that we have the best collectors and the best watch talk in the chat. Unfortunately, it's only me on the panel, so not high quality content on the panel today, but that could change at any moment. Let's see, we got Black Cat 997. Those people, I think I'm supposed to say, those people are all under the CEO. So from the board, it is more authoritative. Yeah, all the people that I mentioned earlier, like head of communications or head of public relations or whatever, those would all be technically under the executive authority of the CEO. And since the board is the person who hires and fires the CEO, it kind of makes sense that it comes from the board to dispel these rumors. But let's parse the statement a little bit more carefully. By the way, great conversation going on in the chat. Really good stuff. We've got one Poshar, member of the OC channel. I wish Audemars Piguet would come out with something new and fresh. Well, you're late. You're late because they have. Let me show it. They have introduced a new reference. They launched it yesterday. It's the new Royal Oak Offshore in 37 millimeters in white ceramic with a fascinating color shifting, luminescent, iridescent dial. So this is white ceramic with titanium accents, and it's automatic watch, 37 millimeter in white ceramic with what they say is a green strap. Now, when I look at this, it looks purple to me, but I'm colorblind, so I have no idea. But they say this is a green strap. I'm assuming it's green with like purple paint, with purple sprayed onto it. But the chapter ring, the minute ring, the rehaut, whatever you want to call it, changes colors. And the dial also has kind of a color changing effect to it in a kind of an iridescent paint. Limited to 200 pieces. The reference number is 77605CB. The new Royal Oak Offshore in 37 millimeter, just announced, just dropped. So yeah, they come up with new watches all the time. And by the way, at the beginning of the year, we received kind of trickles and dribs and drabs of stuff that they were supposed to release this year. We know that they're going to release, I mean, we've been told this for months and months and months, they're going to release a smaller perpetual calendar. So like we're looking forward to seeing the 38 millimeter Royal Oak perpetual calendar. They're going to be introducing a new star wheel. So I think the star wheel was in white gold. I think they're going to be introducing the star wheel in rose gold. And of course, you can look forward to a bunch of more ladies pieces. A lot of cool ladies pieces coming down the pike. If you want to talk about AP and everything that's good, this is going to be an AP focused show, guys. We're going to try and focus strictly on AP and everything that's going on there. Buckley says, disgusting and classless. I'm not sure if he's referring to this watch or if he's referring to Cloud Ken. That's very rude, Buckley. It's very rude. Jump on the panel. Listen, Buckley is very, very busy. If you saw the show yesterday, Buckley unboxed or unveiled two bangers. He unveiled that he picked up two pieces at retail recently. He picked up the new steel GRNR, that's known as the Bruce Wayne on Oyster. Awesome watch. Congratulations. And he picked up the white dial Daytona, the 126500 LN. Yep. Buckley is, and he picked up a third important bundle. And congratulations to Buckley on the birth of his baby boy. Send presents to Buckley, care of the original OC channel. Mike Lewis is in the chat. What's up, Mike? MD Chaz says, within the next 3 days, Ilaria will step down to, quote, spend more time with her family. I don't know. I don't know because they have issued a denial. The board of directors issued, if you're just joining, AP did reach out to me last night. They are aware of the rumors. They obviously saw the live show that we did last night, and their board of directors did issue a formal statement. And I'll read the statement to you now. The statement reads as follows. Dear valued stakeholders, we are aware of recent rumors regarding the departure of our chief executive officer and want to state that these claims are unfounded. Audemars Piguet is proud to have Ilaria as its CEO. Since assuming this role, Ilaria has made a profoundly positive impact on the organization and the business, bringing renewed energy, strategic vision, and a steadfast commitment to innovation and excellence. She remains fully dedicated to leading Audemars Piguet into its next phase of growth, strengthening our culture, expanding our global presence, and driving the continued success of the brand. And that is signed collectively the board of directors Audemars Piguet. Now, that doesn't put an end to the rumors. It doesn't put an end to the rumors because check this out. Check this out. The original source, see if I can move myself down here, make it a little bit better. The original source has issued a response. And here's the response. Miss Tweed, Miss Tweed is kind of an independent social media journalist in Europe. Miss Tweed has just updated its breaking story on the expected exit of Ilaria Resta, CEO of Audemars Piguet. On Tuesday, the company issued a denial. The board of AP does not want the teams to know that it is looking for a replacement. Such news can be destabilizing for the company and its partners. Internally at the company, no one knows that Resta's departure is, and this says on the cards. I think she means in the cards. I just want to quickly say that the news and the opinions expressed by Miss Tweed official on Instagram and misstweed.com do not necessarily reflect the views of Original OC, the Original OC channel, or Original the Brand LLC. So this is interesting that Miss Tweed is doubling down on doubling down on the rumors that and the story that she broke yesterday that was picked up by professionalwatches.com and then reported here. And then once it kind of got reported here, it blew up all over social media. But they are doubling down. Again, the board of AP, according to Miss Tweed official, the board of AP does not want the teams to know that it is looking for a replacement. Now, that's a very bold statement to make. I don't have any independent confirmation that they're looking for a replacement, and I don't know if she does. So this is a very interesting comment for her to make. I'm a little bit baffled by it. We've got Monsieur AP in the chat. I guess news outlets like Miss Tweed are more concerned with being first than being right. Well, I don't know. She's doubling down on her story. She's standing by her sources. She's saying, listen, AP CEO Ilaria Resta is gone. The board of directors is recruiting a replacement behind her back. She doesn't know this. The news came out. Now, of course, the board is going to issue a statement. And by the way, they didn't deny that they were looking. They didn't deny that Ilaria Resta was gone. They didn't deny that they were looking for a replacement. It was a very carefully worded statement. Very carefully worded statement, and that statement says that the claims are unfounded. Unfounded could mean that there's no legitimate foundation for them to be reported, right? Which is a lot different than just flat out denying them. It's a very fascinating choice of words there. Let's see. What do you guys think in the chat? Thank you, Monsieur AP, for your comment. Hey, Kylo, what's up? You guys want to see Kylo? Hold on, let me get Kylo up here. Come on, big jump. Big jump. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's put Kylo full screen. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Woo. What's up, Kylo? Say hi. Okay. You cool? Jump down. Messed me up. Messed up my hair. All right. By the way, I am sporting the Oysterflex Daytona. That's right. The Rolex Cosmograph Daytona on Oysterflex. This is the Everrose gold medal with Sundust diamond baguette. Check it out. The Rolex Oysterflex Daytona. Love it. Rolex Daytona on Oysterflex, the unofficial watch of tennis. Check it out. Now, let's see who we have back in the chat here. Let's see here. Vimal says, this is my take. Companies don't announce CEO exits without a new or interim CEO to take that role. So, Vimal, are you saying that maybe that this got leaked prematurely, so they wanted to issue a statement kind of saying that, hey, that it's, this announcement is unfounded at this time? Guys, upvote the live stream. There's over 40 people watching. Upvote the live stream. This is the original OC channel. Smartwatch Talk for the smart collector. Subscribe and make sure you have notifications enabled. We do live streams here, live shows with zero notice. So make sure you have notifications on, set to all. Hey, look at this. We got Brody with a big fat orange highlighted comment. The original OC channel, which by the way, there would probably be no original OC channel if it weren't for Brody. As you know, as some of you know, this channel and our great watch community was targeted by malicious forces who filed a false complaint, a false counterfeit claim with YouTube back in June of 2025. And those people were successful in taking down the channel based on a false claim. Brody and his very capable team of legal minds fought with YouTube, fought courageously, and had the claim reversed and had the channel reinstated, and YouTube issued a full apology. Thank you to Brody. The original OC channel has its fingers on the pulse of the Swiss watch industry. AP was forced to issue a very public response. The question remains, are the rumors true? Is the AP response a Streisand effect? That's a very interesting point, Brody. The Streisand effect, of course, alludes to the fact that now, the fact that they issued a statement from their board of directors, and that statement has gone out to all corporate media and gone out to everybody, have they made this issue much bigger than it was when it was just being reported on my channel? Now, yeah, this channel gets, people, the live streams get seen by a couple of thousand people. Are they the most influential people in the industry and the biggest collectors in the world? Yeah, sure. But now that news is out to tens of thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands of people, because they've issued a statement from the board of directors. It's gone to mainstream media, people like Monochrome and Revolution and probably Hodinkee and all, those guys, and it's going to get tons of eyeballs. It's just going to add more fuel to the fire. Thank you for the $20 highlighted comment, Brody. Really appreciate it. I did get your invoice, by the way, and can I pay in installments? Help! Brody's going to send me to collections. Thank you, Brody. Hey, CQ, the watch guy who was part of the live show yesterday where we analyzed the rumor, we gave it too much coverage. I don't know. I mean, we just have like a lonely little watch channel here. Yes, the people that watch are very influential people. And so my sense is that while the live stream was on and soon after, that people were contacting AP. They were reaching out to executives at AP and saying, hey, we need to either, is this true, first of all? And number two, if it isn't true, we should probably issue a statement. Or if it's true and we need to still cover it up and do damage control, we need to do that. So anything's possible. I'll read the statement again a little bit later, but I'm sure you guys can rewind. If you're watching this on the replay, you can just rewind and read the statement. It was up on the screen. But that was a statement from the board of directors that was sent to me at 1:00 this morning. Again, AP was very, very professional. They sent me, they never, ever hinted that I should remove the show from yesterday. They never said, can you retract it? They never even intimated, can you cover this, or can you publish our statement? They never said, we want you to apologize. They never said anything. They were very, very professional, very gracious. They said, listen, we're just aware that you are reporting these rumors. We want you to know that based on that, based on the fact that the rumors are being reported, we've issued a statement on behalf of the board of directors. Here it is. And they didn't even say, you could share it. They didn't say you can publish it. I actually had to reach out back to them and say, is it okay if I publish this? And they said yes. So kudos to the team. And they actually at the end of the email exchange, they actually said, next time you're in Geneva, reach out to us, and we'd love to connect. So appreciate that. She needs to go. She needs to go. Why? I mean, why? I mean, listen, there are tons of issues going on at AP. There's no denying that. There's, and we've covered it many, many times. The marketing, the collaborations, the in-your-face push to appeal to women and different elements, different demographic elements in the marketplace. The thing that pisses off the AP loyalists the most, like the VIP clients, is these events that AP does where only the social media influencers get invited, and the people who spend hundreds of thousands of dollars and millions of dollars on AP don't get invited. I think that's kind of a big thing. And then, of course, where the rubber hits the road is where the sales associates, the training of the sales associates, the training of the boutique staff, and how they interact with customers. And then adding on top of that, the product mix. So there's a lot of stuff going on that you can point fingers at, you can poke at. But so there's a lot of stuff there. Brian, the pipe is in the chat. Hello, everyone. Special rough to Kylo. Yeah, thank you. Come on, let's refrain from the personal attacks and her hair. Come on, my hairdresser needs to go. My hairdresser. I feel sorry, says MD Chaz, for all the corporate communication staff that have to watch these streams to check information and rumors. The tutor guy must not get a lot of sleep. Well, it's not uncommon for us to break news here in the industry. That happens a lot. A lot of industry types watch this show they watch it more for the banter and the dialogue. They like the irreverence of the panel and the chat more than anything. But sometimes we do break news. I have direct knowledge that when AP does these events, like they'll throw a big party or a reception, in New York or London or Milan or whatever, and the VIPs in London will send me a note. It's like, hey, did you hear that AP's throwing a party tonight? I'm like, no, I didn't hear that. It's like, yeah, I just found out from somebody on social media because they're going. And all these collector clubs that spend millions of dollars on AP, they weren't invited. And the thing is, like, they call their boutique staff. They're like, hey, they call their sales associates, the boutique directors in London, like, hey, what's going on with this party tonight? And the staff go, we don't know anything about it. We were not informed, and we weren't allowed to invite anybody. We're just as much in the dark as anybody. And they'll fucking roll their eyes and say, it's the marketing team, or it's the whatever team, the events team. They just plan this shit without consulting anybody, and it makes everybody look bad when the VIP collectors don't get invited. And all of a sudden you see, a bunch of ridiculous TikTokers posting on social media how they had a great time. What's it like to attend an AP party in London? Let me show you around. They had, all kinds of hors d'oeuvres. They had pigs in a blanket. They had shrimp scampi. Oh my God, the chicken nuggets were incredible. It's like, they had an ice sculpture. Get the fuck out of here. Treat your VIP customers, like gold. You have to do that. You cannot frustrate them and insult them by throwing a fucking party and inviting these lame fucking TikTokers to your party so they can post on social media. And meanwhile, your VIP fucking clients are hearing about it on fucking Instagram or TikTok, it's fucking insulting. So yeah, AP's got their issues. OC, you are right, OC, says Vamal. Also, hiring a CEO takes time. This news was leaked, and my guess is the CEO office put pressure on the board. I don't think that's necessarily the case. I think the board is going to respond proactively I think it's kind of awkward for the CEO to say, "Hey guys, like you need to issue a denial here. My credibility is at stake." Because you never know what's going to happen. 3 months from now, she may be gone. That's why the statement was very craftily worded. We have Tobister McDonkey in the chat. Tobister, become a member of the OC channel. I want to listen. I'm going to browbeat people who are in the chat. The people who are in the chat are subscribers. And I appreciate the fact that you're subscribers, but I want every single person here to become a member, even at the lowest level, at the volunteer level. So boom, there's a link in the chat. Become a member today. Listen, guys, the price of gold is through the roof. These tariffs are crushing us, and we have to pass along these higher costs along to you guys, the audience. And listen, the exchange rates are crippling us. The exchange rates are crippling us right now. So the cost of everything's going up. We need to raise prices. So please consider becoming a member today. Tobister McDonkey says AP makes a couple of really cool watches, but they do those horrific Marvel comic bullshit, the concept junk, the wrapper edition. They have beclowned. Is that a word? They have beclowned themselves and shat on any heritage or legacy they had. Wow. And by the way, the rumor is they're coming out. We're reporting it here. We've been reporting it all year long. Not only are they coming out with a new, more petite size perpetual calendar, the rumor is a 38 millimeter perpetual calendar, but they're also coming out with a new Marvel edition Royal Oak concept this year. As you know, they had the Black Panther, they had the Spider-Man, and rumor is that they're going to be introducing a third Marvel comic collaboration Royal Oak concept very, very soon. So, yeah, the Cause Watch was the Cause Watch, and these awful collaborations with Klein Musik and all this stuff is really unnecessary. It really does offend their core market. Dear Artifact in the chat. Hey, Cloud Ken, you don't need to be an AD bitch to win at the game. Okay. I don't know what's going on in the chat, but some good conversation, some lively and spicy conversation going on here with Dear Artifact and Cloud Ken and Buckley. Listen, it's the spice of the chat, the quality of the people in the chat that makes this channel so fun. Health Chasers. Glad to find this channel. Huge AP supporter, and I think the brand will be fine. Yeah, listen, if you're new to the channel, you know that this channel only officially endorses 4 brands. We only support 4 brands here. Those 4 brands are Rolex, Patek Philippe, Audemars Piguet, and Richard Mille. And as an honorable mention, maybe FP Journe. But those are the only brands we support. We do not, and by support, I mean they don't pay me to do anything. I just endorse those brands. I recommend to all watch collectors and watch enthusiasts that those are the only brands you should consider. Now, I know that someone along the way shared with you the concept of buy what you like. And someone said, like, if you love the watch, buy it, but just buy what you love. Don't worry about resale value. Don't worry about the brand. Don't worry if it loses 60% of its value. Don't worry about what other people think. I'm here to tell you all of that's wrong. You definitely do not buy what you love. Definitely do not buy anything but an approved brand. And you absolutely need to care what people think. You absolutely need, because we are the people who've been in this watch hobby for 6-7 months. So we really know what we're talking about. And listen, it's all about 2025 is the year of the crown and the year of the cross. You should be looking at Rolex and Patek, and that's pretty much it. Okay? Don't worry, AP will be fine, but there's no reason for you to buy AP in 2025. Okay, chances if you have a Royal Oak, you already got your watch. Move on, unless you really, really love AP. Let's see. We got who do we have here? Cincinnati Bengals super fan. I will become a member if you give me a wrench. The answer is no. The answer is no. The afraid I'll get booted. No, you won't get booted. Just if you say something stupid, it'll be fun and we'll enjoy it. But just this is a zero troll stream. No trolls allowed. That's one of the things that actually has made the channel so successful. Is a zero tolerance policy for trolls. We've completely separated ourselves. This audience is completely separated from the toxic parasites that have attached. They've tried to attach themselves to our great watch community. They've tried to, like ticks, suck on the blood of our great people. And this channel has been so successful because we basically eliminated all trolls, and we've separated ourselves from the toxicity that those parasites can inject into the watch community. It's been it's been a winning strategy. As you can see, 50 people watching, which is for a watch live stream is like a lot of people, now, because it's 50 of the real collectors, the best collectors in the business watching, and Buckley. no, but Cincinnati Bengals fan, you won't get. There's no reason for you to get booted. Listen, if you're here for watch talk, then you will do well here. If you're here to I don't know, make up stories and spread all kinds of nonsense, then you'll probably be better suited on a different stream. Let's see what we got here going on. The remaster. Let's go this. Tobus Stormer Donkey says the remaster was the best thing they've done lately. Then AP fired. Let's see. The AP fired CEO. Okay, got it. So, there's no. Okay, so the AP fired CEO is the reason 9,700,000 that women should not be allowed to vote. Oh, come on, Tobister. Come on, let's not go there. Let the record reflect that the views and opinions of those expressed in the chat and on the panel do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of Original OC, the Original OC channel, or Original the Brand LLC. Tan says, the first mistake AP made is going boutique only, and that was a Benihana decision. Now the market is back to normal, and AP will need retailers again. Wow, that is interesting. So yeah, Francois Benamias led the transition to a direct sales model. It was extremely lucrative for the company, added billions annually to their revenue. And now Tan is saying that they need retailers again. I don't think they do. Right now, I think they're fine. They don't need to. They have very few boutiques globally. They just need to stop adding. I mean, you don't need to have 3 fucking AP boutiques in the same city. Just like one, right? 1 or 2. I mean, New York, we have 3. Like in the New York metropolitan area, I think we have 3 or 4. Stop building new boutiques. Now, AP's in a fine position. The companies that are the brands that are in a not so fine position are the brands that have built these mono brand boutiques over the last 2 or 3 years, and though they're completely empty. Hublot is empty. IWC pretty much empty. Panerai empty. You name it, they're empty. Omega's doing fine. Omega's fine. AP's fine. Cartier is fine. Vacheron, I want to say Vacheron is fine, but their stores are empty. But they're doing fine. The ones that are in trouble are these mid-tier brands. IWC, JLC, Longa, And Long is not a mid-tier brand, but from a mono brand boutique perspective, it's tough to sell those. You know what I'm talking about. Those same brands, Panerai, blah blah blah. Those brands are in trouble. That's why we only recommend that you buy 4 brands here: AP, Richard Mille, Patek, Rolex, and really for this year, 2 only: Rolex and Patek. Reach for the crown, reach for the cross. Okay? Follow that advice. You'll be fine in 2025. CK's in the chat. Ola OC. What's up, CK? Good to have you here. Buckley says they need to learn how to sell the code. Okay, so here's Buckley's prescription for turning the company around. So learn how to sell the code. Okay, appreciate their clients, have events, and emphasize the VIPs instead of those trash social media. They're not even social media stars; they're social media parasites. And some of them are like dealers, that they invite. They're like secondhand dealers that are social media people, and they get invited. I have zero. God, how do I put this politely? I was going to say I have zero respect, but maybe that's a little bit too harsh. I'm not a fan, and I've met many of these people in real life, and so I like them personally. But a lot of these people on Instagram with these free fucking junkets to Oris, and Oris buying them trips and giving them free watches and free gifts, all that stuff. That shit, we can see right through that. We're not fucking dumb. When we see you promoting Oris and all these brands, some of the brands have good watches. Like, so if I say like Moser, I'm not attacking Moser. Moser actually does a really good job cultivating a family and a community. But when you see like a social media influencer plugging Moser, you know what's going on there. We're not dumb. Let Moser should not, should stand on its own and not pay these social media people to water down their message. But it looks particularly bad when you have brands like these terrible brands like Oris and Christian Ward and Bremont and Gerard Perregaux, Parmigiani. Some of them are good brands. Some of them are fine brands that have great watches, but sorry for the rant. I struggle, says C3D now, to understand how the watch stores at the Sands Marina Bay in Singapore, it's a very specific location, C3D. I don't know why you would dox yourself like that. But C3D now is located right now at this very moment at the Sands Marina Bay in Singapore. But how can they even pay the rent? Well, a lot of times those stores are loss leaders to promote the brand. Let's see here. Vimal says, what will Wrist Pod check do if Ilaria does leave? Are they going to feel alone in the watch world again? I have no comment on those specific guys, but I will just say on a completely separate topic, completely separate, not having to do with anything related to the Wrist Pod crunch. We're on to you. We can see that you're being bought by these brands. And when you recommend these, I'm not going to say garbage brands, we know you're being paid. You're getting free trips, free junkets, free gifts. I'm proud to say that I have never accepted a penny from a brand or a retailer. Never accepted a penny from a brand or retailer. And I get great treatment from retailers, great treatment from brands. the work that I do promoting Cased in Time, for example. I've never gotten a penny from them. And OC, can we send you a bunch of free cases? No, it's okay. I'll pay for them because I want to maintain my complete independence and autonomy and full credibility. So yeah, I mean those guys. I don't. Is it just? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a show. I want to do a show soon on the top 3 social media watch people, and then I want to do a show on the 3 worst social media watch people, and that's going to be fun because we're going to fucking let it loose on that show because the quality of watch content in social media is terrible. This channel included. I mean, it has never been worse than it is right now. You've got and the way we consume content on social media is on Instagram. It's all the clickbait. Some of the stuff is interesting, like, hey, what celebrities are wearing what watches? I get it. That's interesting because that's the stuff that drives us. It's the hype. It's the peer pressure. It's the social influence. I don't give a fuck what some guy on 47th Street is wearing. But if some like athlete or celebrity is wearing something, okay, I want to know about it. There's a reason why Carlos Alcaraz and Yannick Sinner wear Rolex, right? Because they're paid to. No, I mean Rolex is great, and I think that's the watch of the year if you ask me. The Rolex Daytona on Oysterflex. Brody, by the way, unboxed one about a week ago. He got the baby Le Mans. If you have a watch collection, I think I said this yesterday. If you have a watch collection worth over $100,000, you should have a Daytona on Oysterflex in your collection. It's one of the best fucking watches out there. It really is. People talk about the Aquanaut. Aquanaut is nothing compared to a Daytona on Oysterflex. Clients, everything about it is great. Let's see the chat. What's going on with the chat, guys? OC has only accepted watches far above retail. That's not necessarily true. Not necessarily true. I have 2 Pateks. Technically, those Pateks go for under retail, right? I've purchased watches from my retailers, even though those watches sell for less than secondary. I don't give a. Do I care about that? Sure, I care. Do I know? Is it a data point to consider? Sure. But another show that we need to be doing soon is we need to do an update on the Patek journey because the Patek journey is getting tougher and tougher and tougher. Not a single person we know has unboxed a Nautilus on this channel. Is that true? That's true. We're waiting for our member of the colony to unbox a Nautilus. It hasn't happened yet. I'm talking about a new Nautilus from the AD. That's got to be one of the hardest watches to get at retail, is a Nautilus. So it's impossible to play the game. It's impossible. Yet, some of us are still buying Patek at retail. Why? Because we want that direct relationship with the retailer. We want that relationship with the brand. And we're in it for the long haul. We're running a marathon here, guys. We're running a marathon. We're not doing a sprint. But I did recently pick up the white dial Daytona along with Buckley and along with Andy Friedman. Shout out to Hot Hand. We all got the white dial Daytona. Thank you very much to our great retail partners. Anyway, if you just joined us, breaking news. We have exclusive live coverage. AP's board of directors issued a statement denying. Well, they said that the rumors want to be absolutely clear with the language here. The rumors regarding the departure of Ilaria Resta, AP CEO, are unfounded. Okay, the claims are unfounded. Just to read the full statement here, dear valued stakeholders, AP reached out to me last night. They sent me a statement on behalf of AP's board of directors. It reads as follows: Dear valued stakeholders, we are aware of recent rumors regarding the departure of our chief executive officer and want to state that these claims are unfounded. Audemars Piguet is proud to have Ilaria as its CEO. Since assuming this role, Ilaria has made a profoundly positive impact on the organization and the business, bringing renewed energy, strategic vision, and a steadfast commitment to innovation and excellence. She remains fully dedicated to leading Audemars Piguet into its next phase of growth, strengthening our culture, expanding our global presence, and driving the continued success of the brand. And that is collectively signed on behalf of the board of directors of AP. Miss Tweed, who is a social media person, who kind of an industry insider in Europe, responded to that statement from the AP's board of directors. Her statement reads, the board of AP does not want the teams to know that it, meaning the board, is looking for a replacement. Such news can be destabilizing for the company and its partners. Internally at the company, no one knows that Ilaria Resta's departure is in the cards. Again, this statement from Ms. Tweed is her own statement. I don't. The views and opinions of this channel do not necessarily represent hers. Did she have to approve that release? No, she did not, actually. She did not, because the board of directors is technically above her. The board of directors actually hires and fires the CEO. What's up, Pip? How you been? It's good to see Pip, and hope Mrs. Pip is doing well. Pip, a great member of the community. 50 people watching. This is the original OC channel. Smartwatch talk for the smart collector. Live exclusive coverage here. It's the 9th of September, 2025. We're talking about AP, and the news that we broke yesterday created a firestorm at AP. They have issued a statement on behalf, the board of directors has issued a statement on behalf of the company as a result. And some of the sources that originally reported that Ilaria Resta was leaving the company, they're doubling down. They're doubling down on their sources. And in case you missed it, AP dropped this little ditty yesterday. It's a new 37mm Royal Oak Offshore in white ceramic. This has an iridescent color shifting dial, resulting in a chameleon type green and purple effect on the dial and the bezel. White ceramic with what AP calls a green strap, although it does seem to have quite a bit of purple on it as well. 37mm limited edition Royal Oak Offshore in white ceramic. It's limited to 200 pieces. The reference is 77605 CB, and the list price is $48,900 US. $48,900 US. Pip, you're taking flight lessons. Congratulations. Hope that goes well. All right. So that's pretty much the news. Let's see what else is. Let's see who's been reporting this. Maybe I'll go to Instagram and let's see what is going on there. Maybe not. My Instagram on the desktop is plugged into a different channel. That's a pain. I need to fix that. Definitely need to fix that. Let's see. So this was, by the way, this was the reporting that we featured yesterday. This was professionalwatches.com. Professionalwatches.com. And their reporting was Audemars Piguet CEO Ilaria Resta is leaving the company. And they were using this tweet as the source. We showed this yesterday, and we reported it. CQ, the watch guy, was on the panel, and we analyzed this to death. And as a result, just to recap the story, AP did reach out to me 1 a.m. this morning, my time, and they told me that the board of directors was issuing a response, and I got permission from them to publish it. And let's show it. Let's show the response now. Let's see here. Share screen. Let's share this. Boom. This is the official statement that I received from AP. Dear valued stakeholders, we are aware of recent rumors regarding the departure of our chief executive officer and want to state that these claims are unfounded. They didn't say they didn't deny the claims. They didn't say they were false. They didn't say they were inaccurate. They didn't say they were flat out lies. They said that that the claims were unfounded. Interesting. Audemars Piguet is proud to have Ilaria as its CEO. Since assuming this role, Ilaria has made a profoundly positive impact on the organization and the business, bringing renewed energy, strategic vision, and a steadfast commitment to innovation and excellence. She remains fully dedicated to leading Audemars Piguet into its next phase of growth, strengthening our culture, expanding our global presence, and driving the continued success of the brand. And that is signed on behalf of AP's board of directors. Interesting wording. The first paragraph is all about saying that the claims are unfounded. That's an interesting choice of words. That the second paragraph is about, it's kind of like pumping up Ilaria, which is really, really a nice thing to do. But interesting choice of words here as well. It says, Ilaria has made a profound positive impact. It doesn't say Ilaria is making. I mean, maybe I'm reading into it too much, but it's a past tense. It's a past tense verb, right? It's like Ilaria has made. And then the third paragraph is, it doesn't say like we remain fully committed to Ilaria. It says the opposite. It says she remains dedicated to us. You know? It doesn't say like, hey, we fully back Ilaria, we stand behind her, we're fully committed to her leading the company. It says the opposite. It's speaking for her. She remains fully dedicated to AP. Is very craftily worded statement. Very craftily worded, for sure. But that it is interesting that they chose to respond so forcefully to the rumor and the claims that she was departing the company. And let me just see here if Revolution is reporting it on the website. I know they were reporting it on social media. It's kind of interesting. Let me see here. Let me see if they're reporting it on their stories. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, they're reporting it on their stories here. Let's see. I'll switch screens here. I'll remove this and I'll present a different screen. Boom. So this is Revolution Watch, and this is their stories on Instagram. It says Ilaria Resta stays on as CEO. Audemars Piguet issues official statement. Yep. And on the next part of the next page of their Instagram story, it says it has actually a copy of the statement. I think now Revolution Watch, let's see here. They have a lot of followers, right? They have 178,000 followers. 178,000 followers. Why would they post that just as a response to a rumor that maybe only a few thousand people saw on? Well, okay, so a few thousand people maybe watched the live show yesterday, and then maybe a few thousand more people saw it on social media, and the word probably spread like wildfire, and then AP had to respond. They thought it was kind of an issue that they didn't want to get out of control, right? So then they had the board issue a statement. But then they made the decision like, hey, not only we're going to issue a statement, they could have just issued like a short statement saying like, hey, we're aware of the rumors out there. These rumors are false. But they chose to distribute like an official statement from the board of directors to all the corporate media for the corporate media to cover. I guess that's their way of like pouring water on the fire, like really like making sure that it gets really put out. But yeah, that's Revolution Watch has quite a big following here. If you go to, this is the statement right here. They put it up on their stories. Now, let's see if Hodinkee is covering this in any way. Hodinkee, the once upon a time respected journalist website, is not so much as respected anymore. But let's see, they're still popular. Vamal says, also news leak of the CEO resignation allows the next CEO aspirant or the aspiree to play hardball on the compensation negotiations. Jeez, Vamal, you're really reading into it. This is like 4D chess here. I don't think that Ilaria's successor, whether that's next month, next year, or next decade, I don't think that this plays into their compensation package at all. The conspiracy theories abound as a result of this leak. Hodinkee is not covering this at all. Hodinkee's not covering. You know what Hodinkee's covering? Hodinkee's covering the Apple launch. They're not even covering watch news. They're covering the Apple launch. My fucking Hodinkee has lost their way. Totally lost their way. Let's see if Monochrome is covering it on their Instagram. Monochrome watches. No, they're just covering watch news. No stuff about AP. The only people covering it are this guy, the people at Revolution, and then the people doubling down, Miss Tweed official. And if you can read that, it says the board of AP does not want the teams to know that they're looking for a replacement. Such news can be destabilizing for the company and its partners. Internally at the company, no one knows that Ilaria Resta's departure is in the cards. Again, we're just showing what's being reported here as rumor. Remember, one thing that my grandma told me, she taught me at a young age, she said, OC, don't believe everything you read. And in this age of internet and digital media, social media, we need to take that to heart. We definitely need to take that to heart. Do not believe everything you read. But I want to know from you guys, do you believe AP's denial? Do you believe AP's denial? Question from Vimal in the chat. Could it be that she is on the Prada board for some future transaction? Okay, a lot of people have reached out to me and said, "Hey, are you aware that Ilaria Resta is on the board of directors of Prada?" Okay, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. As a matter of fact, I think she was recently over the summer put on the board of Prada. It's not uncommon at all for CEOs of companies to serve on the boards of directors for many other companies simultaneously while they're CEO. Even on the boards of companies that some might consider them competitive in nature. But it's not uncommon at all for industry executives to be on multiple boards in multiple verticals, and for politicians to be on boards of corporations as well. So I don't read anything into it. She's obviously a seasoned luxury executive. She came from perfume or cosmetics or wherever she came, and then she was CPG before that at Procter and Gamble. So she has a pedigree. She could definitely go to any luxury brand. I mean, she's CEO of a luxury brand now. So if any other luxury brand is looking for a chief executive and they're happy with the work that she's done, then why not have her on the board providing advice? Or better yet, you could always hire her as your CEO. You never know what's coming down the pike. Vimal says that's right. Eric Schmidt, who is the CEO of Google, was on the Apple board in the late 2000s. Correct. Yeah, I remember also on the Apple board was George Mitchell. Remember Senator George Mitchell? He was on the board of Apple too. So yeah. So is there any other AP related news that we want to cover? Let me see here. Let me do a quick Google search. I'm going to do a quick Google search and see if are there any publications that are covering this news. Let me see. I do see an article here from the Business of Fashion that tends to be behind a paywall. But I'll pull it up anyway. Businessoffashion.com. Here it is. And ironically, they are using the same picture that I have in my thumbnail. This is a very serious shot of Ilaria Resta. Let me see if I think I even have that one. Where did I put that? Here it is. Boom. If you missed it, check it out. This dropped last night. New Royal Oak Offshore in white ceramic, 37 millimeter, 48,900. It's a limited edition, 200 pieces being created and produced. It's a reference 77605 CB. It's got an iridescent dial and a blue-green iridescent chapter ring. Let's see. We're going to go for just a little bit longer. I want to watch the Apple press conference too, the Apple event. I hope that they come out with one of those giant flip phones. That with like an OLED screen. I think those would be awesome. Let's see what else does AP have? I think that's the issue. Is like AP needs to up their game here. Boom. Let's which category should we look? Should we look through the codes? I mean, the codes are good watches. That's the problem, is the codes are good watches. Is it true, says MD Chaz, that Terry Stern is on the board of Original OC LLC? The official name is Original the Brand LLC. That's the official name of the company. But no, he's not. No, he's not on the board. I'd like to have Terry as an advisor. You know who else? I'll tell you if I could name my list of advisors. Let's see. Let's limit it to 5 people. I want 5 advisors on the board of Original the Brand. Those 5 advisors would be Terry Stern, Brody, Mark Wahlberg, Buckley, and Zack Attack. That's who I want to see. Those are the advisors that I want. But let's go through the website and see what is what's happening in the code line. In the code line, watches code 1159. Let's see what we got here. Let's view the collection. Okay. So we got a ton, an absolute ton of watches that are way too expensive for the normal person, right? Way too expensive for the normal person. And then, another row of watches that are way too expensive, except for the new perpetual calendar, the code 1159 perpetual calendar, all the way on the right. That's only $108,000. Only $108,000. And then you go to the Star Wheel, which rumor is there's going to be a new Star Wheel launch soon. And now you have the code 1159 chronographs in precious metal. All these are in rose gold with the black, with the ceramic mid case, rose gold green, rose gold blue, and then you have the steel chronographs. These are nice looking watches. They're not all that bad. But to Buckley's point, you need to market, you need to sell them better. You need to position them better in the market. Let's see, how many of those high-end codes have you seen in person? That's a good question. The high-end ones? Not many. Not many. I haven't, almost never. Let me see. No. Almost never. Yeah, they're very rare. Just seeing the codes is rare. You never see anybody wearing the code. To Buckley's point, it's like, why don't they put the codes on the celebrities? They can't even get the celebrities to wear them. Grandmaster Chime in the chat. What's up, Grandmaster Chime? Let's see. Yeah, it's all about the Royal Oak. It really is. These are clean. This new Tuscan is really pretty cool. Wow, so expensive, but this is such a cool looking watch. No date. The no date makes it pretty dang cool. It's a nice blue. Super nice blue. RS Fan is in the chat. What's up, RS Fan? I visited the AP house for the first time recently. I like the offshore, but I don't trust AP chronos not to break. Wow. Well, they do come with a 5-year warranty, I'm pretty sure. So you can rest assured that anything bad that happens to the watch within the first 5 years will be taken care of by AP. But if you're going to compare this to a Rolex, no. Rolex is going to be bulletproof for decades and decades, for sure. And these, I'm not quite so sure. I think the biggest issue with the watches like this are what they sell for in secondary. Not this particular model, but some of the other codes. But these are clean. These are clean watches. But I don't know. I don't have a need for a watch like this. I've got so many other watches. I got too many watches. But there's nothing. Stainless steel watch, $27,400. It's a good looking watch though, but it is pricey, right? I mean, it is pricey. 27,000 for a stainless steel watch. It's a good looking watch though, right? It's clean. It's almost like the AP's Datejust. Yeah. RS Fan says I also like the 43 millimeter offshore three-hander. Yeah, that's a nice watch. No chrono worries with that one. Good point. It's sad that when you spend 30, 40, $50,000 on a watch, you have to worry about it breaking. You have to worry about it breaking. But yeah, it's not an itchy strap. It's textured on the front, but I think it's calf skin on the inside. I think it's smooth and comfortable. It's only itchy on the outside. My Patek strap is the same way. I have the black calfskin strap, the one on my 5212. I have the black calfskin from the 5226. And it's rough on the outside, but on the inside, it's calfskin. Whole milk. Yeah, we don't talk about that brand. Sorry. Boom. Comment deleted. Comment deleted. Let this be a lesson to people like Whole Milk who attempt to litter the chat with bad advice. For anyone who attempts to attack our channel or attack our audience with here's another comment. Whole Milk, you're pushing it. You're pushing it. Let's not talk about that brand either. Boom. Goodbye. Listen, we have to have a high level of censorship here because we don't want to lead collectors astray. And I can't have you mentioning Gerald Charles or Tudor. We could have some young, impressionable enthusiasts watching, and they might take you seriously. Definitely can't have that. It's funny how the trolls try to attack the channel. Like, don't they know that's a futile, absolutely futile attempt? The fact that these malicious trolls, they thought they could bring down the channel and that we wouldn't respond. They thought they could attack our great community and that it would go unanswered. Think again. Think again. We won. And the people who were spreading the lies and attempting the character assassination, you failed. You failed. You failed miserably and horribly. Because we're back and stronger than ever. Now, to that end, if you'd like to become a member of the original OC channel, I'm going to drop the link in the chat. Boom. Become a member, guys. A lot of these streams go members only. We do a lot of members only streams here. Membership does have its privileges. Membership has its perks. So please become a member today. That's the link to become a member. Look at this. This is RS Fan, with breaking news. Congratulations on 1,000 subscribers. That just happened moments ago, by the way, is that this channel, which has only been around for a few months, has reached 1,000 subscribers. Pretty awesome. Thank you, guys. Listen, it's more about quality than quantity. So I don't care if people unsub. If this channel's not for you, that's cool. I don't want people subbed. I'd rather people who are loyal viewers, loyal members of the community to be members and to really support the channel and support each other in this community. But we don't need just like random people subscribing. We don't need trolls subscribing to the channel. It's one of the things that makes this channel and the audience great is that it's 100% troll free. And people that try to type in like racist comments and that kind of stuff, and it won't be tolerated. It won't be tolerated here. It'll be tolerated on other channels. These parasites that try to attach themselves to our community. They can have panelists that do all these crazy things, but we won't stand for it here on this channel. So the attempts to attack our community will, that's right, racism and pro-Tudor comments will not be tolerated. We have a responsibility, Whole Milk. You know it. We have an obligation to the community, to the watch community, to protect them. And anti-Semitic comments, racist comments won't be allowed in the chat here. And of course, as part of satirical license and comedic color commentary, sometimes we'll remove comments that are pro-Tudor and pro-Christian Ward as well. Especially if we're talking about Tudor or Christian Ward on a NATO strap. Definitely don't want people to be influenced by Christian Ward on NATO strap. But yeah, it's great to have the channel back, to have such tremendous support from the watch community, more subscribers, more members than ever. The Instagram has more members than ever too, and more followers. Thank you guys for that. Huge shout out to the legal team who defeated YouTube and who defeated the malicious actors who tried to attack our community. Can you be Islamophobic? No, the answer is no. No, don't be Islamophobic either. We try to keep religion and politics off this channel. So no, we will not promote any kind of religious persecution here on the channel. Comments like this straddle a fine line, Brian. Fine line. I love my pink Tudor chrono, and I like my Tudor Balk 58 GMT. Listen, if you like your Balk 58, good for you. I'm not a fan of the Balk 58. I do not endorse the Balk 58. And I don't endorse Tudor. Even the hype ones that go for over retail, like the pink Tudor chrono and the flamingo blue Tudor chrono. Do not buy Tudor. Please do not buy Tudor. Don't ever buy Tudor. 2025 is the year of the crown. Buy Rolex. Buy Rolex only. Buy yourself a Platinum Date 8. Buy yourself a Platinum Daytona. Buy a Daytona on Oyster Flex and all that stuff. But don't buy Tudor chronos and don't buy Tudor Balk 58s. Can I be fat phobic? So we try to refrain from commenting on people's looks on this channel. It's not something that we don't need to do that. We don't need to do that. I applaud channels that stay above the board. Keep things above the belt. Above the belt satire, above the belt color commentary. Those are the channels that have intelligent conversation with smart panelists, and stay away from the low IQ panelists, the low IQ trolls. Those are the channels that I respect. A stern warning should be issued, says Monsieur AP. At any mention of a Debatoon or Grubel Forsey, no. You can mention those brands because those brands are expensive. All right. So those brands are expensive, and anyone considering those brands is probably successful and has a very eclectic and in broad watch collection. If you're considering de Bethune or Grubel, chances are you've got a lot of watches and you're very successful in life, so you have a lot of discretionary income. So mentioning those watches isn't bad. Now, I don't want you to buy Grubel, but who am I? I'm nobody. You know, de Bethune, sure. I mean, if you have 50 watches already and you're a crazy watch nut, buy de Bethune. Enjoy it. You know, buy Journe, buy Laurent Ferrier, buy Simone Brett. You can, I mean, but they're not Rolex and they're not Patek. Okay. Hey, look at this. We got Macallan Drinker in the chat, member of the OC channel. You can actually read a pink Tudor chrono, unlike a Panda Daytona. Just jealous I don't have a Panda Daytona. That's funny. Can I hate on the Oyster Perpetual? No. I mean, hey, Forgo Perfumes. Jump on. There's a link pinned at the top of the chat. It says, StreamYard.com, whatever. Click and you can join the panel. I can't see any reason why you would not like Oyster Perpetual. Now, I don't have an Oyster Perpetual in my collection. I'm not a big fan of the double batons. But you can't, I mean, those Oyster Perpetuals are arguably watch of the year. The beige, the pistachio, the beige climber, the pistachio, and the lavender. Not to mention the flat blue and the flat black. They're hard to get and they're great watches and an extremely affordable price point. I'm just not a fan of the double baton at the 369. I think it should just be a slightly bigger index, like on previous Oyster Perpetuals. But hey, that's can't have OCD without OC. Pip says, I bought a Tudor once and I swore to myself, hey, I like this mentality. And I swore to myself that I would never do it again. I've kept this Tudor to remind me every day. No. You should get rid of it. Please get rid of it, Pip. It's cursed. There's no excuse. You have an amazing collection, Pip. Get rid of the Tudor. Do not, with the collection that you have, there's no reason for you to ever put on the Tudor. What if someone sees you out in public? Right? What if someone sees you in public wearing the Tudor? Could be a disaster. RS Fan says a state of the collection would be a great stream. A state of my collection? Seems you've added some BIH pieces, some pieces recently. What does that mean? I added a few pieces, a couple pieces. You can see my collection. If you're a member, if you're an invited member of Barossa, you can see my collection on Barossa. Learn more at barossa.co. Mal says, I love the double baton. Okay, listen, see? There is a style for everybody. There's a design for everyone. Hey, look at this. No Endless Time is in the chat. No Endless Time in Germany. Congratulations to No Endless Time, who just picked up a new to him Porsche 911. Oh my God. Check out No Endless Time on Instagram. Such a nice guy. And such an amazing guy. I met him a couple of years ago in Geneva, along with his charming better half. And congratulations on the 99 something dot something. I can't keep track of it, man. But good to hear from you, my friend. He says, I prefer the colored Sin 556 instead of the Rolex Oyster Perpetuals. Yeah, I appreciate No Endless Time's choices there. He's the only guy that can pull off Sin. He wears it well. Macallan Drinker says, if someone sees you publicly wearing a Tudor, you have to say, no, it's not a Rolex, unfortunately. Yeah, what do you say if you're spotted wearing a Tudor? I mean, let's say you bump into a friend, like an old college friend or someone with whom you used to work in a professional role, and they see you like with you have to go out of your way. Say, listen, oh, by the way, I'm wearing this because my 3 other Rolexes are in the bank. You know, you have to come up with a bullshit story so we can support sin but not tutor. I'm not saying support sin. I'm not saying go out and buy sin. I'm just saying, like, for no endless time, I appreciate that he has a sin and that he wears it and it looks good on him. It's not like a tutor that's see, sin is not like a stepping stone piece. Sin is like a watch that you have that's like a cheap daily. I'm assuming it's cheap, right? I don't know. I'm getting into trouble, guys. Someone has to jump on the panel and help me. There's 50 people watching. Upvote this live stream. I want to see everybody upvote. I'm going to check the upvotes. If we don't have sufficient upvotes, forget it. We'll just pull the plug on the stream right now. I've been known to do it. So don't test me. That's it? That's it? Guys, I want 40 likes. 40 likes right now. If you're watching this stream, this is the original OC channel. Tap or click on the thumbs up icon. I want to see 40, not 30, 40. Come on, guys. You're embarrassing yourselves. Get tapping right now. No Endless Time says it is a Porsche 991.1. That's a 4S Cabrio from 2004. It's a beautiful, beautiful. Let me. Do I have your permission to pull up your Instagram? No Endless Time. If I have your permission, I'll pull it up. I'll pull up some pictures. Sin is no hype. Is a no hype. I don't use that word. I try not to use the word at the S word or the garbage or the word garbage watches. I don't do that. Yeah, I don't call brands that. Hey, we got Swiss in the chat. What's up, Swiss? 4D likes. Yeah, what do you like? What do you like, 4D? OC, I'm still waiting for my 222. Really? Which one? In steel? Are you waiting for a 222 in steel? Let me know. Let me pull up No Endless Times Instagram. If I have it here. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. He's got a cool Instagram. Check it out. I'm going to remove your comment here. Yeah, look at this. The Sin 556. And look at the wife. The wife blows him out of the water wearing a Patek Philippe Nautilus. That's class. What a great wrist shot that is. You and Mrs. No Endless Time make such a lovely couple. I remember it was Watches and Wonders a couple of years ago. We did a tour of the Cartier stand, and we just went around through the entire stand. It's a great, great time. His Insta. Subscribe to no.endless.time on Instagram. Look at all the cool stuff he has here. There's another shot. Shot of the pink Sin. There it is again. Oh, out in the wild. Let's see the shots of the car. Are there car shots here on the Instagram? Oh, yeah. Here we go. The 116,500 Rolex Daytona and the Porsche, the new Porsche. Oh, boom. Oh, he's so proud of that. Oh, man. That's a great looking shot. What a great looking shot. Dang. Oh, that's an awesome looking profile. What size wheels are those? No Endless Time. Are those like 22s? Jeez, those are awesome. They're very modern and contemporary. Are those were those stock OEM wheels on the 2014 uh 911? Cabriolet, baby. Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely. It looks as good with the top up as it does with the top down. Oh fuck, the fucking flexing Rolex with the Porsche steering wheel shot. Fucking killing us. He is killing us. Please, the story highlight on the Porsche. Let me see if I can find that. The story highlight. Go up to the top. Oh, there it is. Story highlight. Boom. Oh my gosh. This was the reveal when he picked it up. Absolutely. Oh man. Oh, the interior looks flawless. Great shots here. Oh, this is him driving around. I'm not going to turn on the sound. Oh, this is when he brought it home. And the kids are jumping up and down. You got the Porsche. Daddy got the Porsche. Oh, this is so touching. This is insane. No Endless Time. Oh, man. You are having so much fun with this. Oh. I love it. Absolutely love it. Jeez, these shots are gorgeous. We're not a car channel, but I definitely appreciate. Should I get a 911? Should I get a 911 for the 4-mile drive to the train station? Why not? Why not? Aw. Oh man. So awesome. So awesome. All right. Guys, it's been a fun 2 hours. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the notifications, enable notifications, set them to all. Go into your phone settings and do that. God, that's just really great fucking Porsche photos here. Really awesome Porsche photos. Good collection. I love Pip's collection is banging. Good shots here. Man. This profile, the profile of the ass shot. Man, congratulations, my dear friend. Really, 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 really incredible. Looks like you're loving it. So, breaking news, just to recap real quick, I'm going to jump right now. Yeah, I need a Porsche. OC, you need a Porsche. Guys, hook me up with a Porsche. We're going to start the GoFundMe tomorrow. GoFundMe for the Porsche. Good to see you back, OC. Hope I can catch you more in the future. Thank you, Pip. Really appreciate that. Got Cars and Chrono. Huge Porsche fan. Porsche. fan. I absolutely daily my 991. He's actually not on Instagram as the real Cars and Chrono. That's a lie, but that's his YouTube account. Good to see Cars and Chrono in the chat. So breaking news, we'll recap it real quick. Yesterday, we broke the news from industry sources that AP CEO Ilaria Resta was leaving the company. We have late last night, early in the morning, 1 a.m., AP did reach out to me. They did reach out to me, and they sent me a official correspondence from the company that reads as follows. Share the screen here. Dear valued stakeholders, we are aware of recent rumors regarding the departure of our chief executive officer and want to state that these claims are unfounded. Audemars Piguet is proud to have Ilaria as its CEO. Since assuming this role, Ilaria has made a profoundly positive impact on the organization and the business, bringing renewed energy, strategic vision, and a steadfast commitment to innovation and excellence. She remains fully dedicated to leading Audemars Piguet into its next phase of growth, strengthening our culture, expanding our global presence, and driving the continued success of the brand. That statement was signed collectively by the board of directors, Audemars Piguet. AP reached out to me. They sent me the statement. They never, ever hinted that I should remove yesterday's live stream. They never pressured me to issue a retraction. They never asked me to apologize. They never asked me to even publish the statement. They never asked me to correct the record. They were very, very professional, very gracious. They just provided this information to me. I then responded back to them, requesting permission to publish this. And I told them that I would do a live show today to present their official statement. And I have done that. I'm true to my word. True to my word. Guys, do not believe what you see on social media. Don't believe everything you read. Okay? And with that being said, upvote the live stream, become a member, and all that good stuff. And I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out. By the way, if you want to jump on the stream to do a quick after show, let's do this. If you're too scared to come on the panel in public, that's okay. VIP after show with OC. Boom. Click on this link and you'll be in the backstage VIP after show with OC and whoever else joins. Now, because I love AP, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring back this beautiful music that we all know and love from the AP commercial on the beach. And peace out. Have a good one, guys.